Now we know we're live. Me and my hairy face, you can tell, got the gray around here. And also, I bought a pair of secondhand shoes from a consignment shop because I heard you have to walk a mile in someone's shoes to really understand them. And I learned they also don't like walking a mile.
Wow.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
David, I can't remember his name.
Fox Mullen.
Lauren Mayer.
And a Patty Melt from Patti Vasquez. And much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Sorry, David.
And where am I? Hi. Yeah, sorry, David. Steve is in Edinburgh, Scotland, and it's 3 a.m. And I'm sure, and he still hasn't gotten used. You never get used to it, Steve. Never. Since I've done it, never. And I did it for 3 months in Prague. You never get used to it. But welcome everybody to the Virtual Comedy Show. And I've never mentioned that my least sold book is a novel called Hell to Pay. Go buy that because no one else ever has. So there you go. I think we sold 7 of those in 10 years. So go pick that. That's my favorite book. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. It's still summer. We all understand the assignment. I also hear some weird goings on in the background.
Ooh, this helped my color a little bit.
Yeah, good. You look a little peaked. Oh, you look better. All right. We have 2 superstars on this show, by the way. One has just finished a month at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, but doesn't have to leave because he owns a home. That's amazing, right, everybody?
So amazing.
Everybody seems so out. All I'm hearing is weird ethereal sounds and blank faces. So like every week of jokes. Okay. And of course, the other owns a home in Chicago, but is now welcome to come to Edinburgh anytime she wants to visit.
Yes.
Right, Steve?
That's right.
So Patty, anytime you want to go to Edinburgh, your place is there. Patty, you often like to go and write, don't you?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Love it.
Edinburgh, Scotland is now your new place to go write. So that's good. We also have a super fun show with comedian and media giant. You're a media giant. David Vox Mullen. Is that how you say that?
It is. And I have lost a little weight, so we should be better.
You've lost a lot of weight. Your face is so much thinner than when Patty and I were at your little club there. Yes. And we miss her when she's not here. The brilliant Lauren Mayer coming up.
Hey, thank you.
We love you, Lauren. Okay. Hey, did you all see? Oh my gosh. Gas prices are way down. The stock market is way up. Crime has plummeted. Inflation has fallen to less than 3%. All I can say now is, how are we living in this hellscape? And where are my Trump sneakers? Where are they?
That's right. We ordered those months ago. I forgot about that.
Supposedly the first joke. What, Steve?
We ordered those months ago. I forgot about
I know. They never came. Can you believe it?
I'm shocked.
I know. Hey, did y'all hear this? The Taliban have a new law that all women must hide their faces and voices in public, with strict punishment if caught by law enforcement. After hearing this, I've got to update Project 2025, said J.D. Vance. Okay. A 102-year-old woman in Suffolk, England, became the UK's oldest skydiver by jumping from a plane on her birthday. She hit the ground happy but winded, followed 20 seconds later by her skin. That's
so mean.
She's 102. What's she gonna do? Maybe throw me out of a plane.
She may haunt you. That's what she'll do.
That's right. She may outlive me. In Nigeria, a doctor has created rage rooms where patients swing sledgehammers to smash electronics to alleviate stress. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. One man was heard during his therapy saying, "Why won't anyone take this $1 billion from me?" They're always trying to give away money, those Nigerians. I love it when they force it. Please force it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed McMahon is here. Trump is signaling that he might be pulling out of the debate with Kamala Harris in September. On Truth Social, the disgraced felon said he watched ABC and it was all fake news. And polls are showing that orange is not the new black. I think that's a good thing to say. Orange is not the new, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we thought of that 4 years ago, Brad.
Did we?
But-
But
Yeah,
we
we did.
didn't have a black person running for president.
Still.
Okay. Okay, I don't.
Actually, it
all
was 8 years ago. That doesn't matter. Come
right. Then Trump wasn't running. I thought of it.
on.
The other sticking point between the Great Orange Menaces campaign and Harris is that the vice president wants the microphones left hot the entire time, and Trump's handlers want to mute them when the main speaker is not, when the person who's not speaking is off, because at 78, both ends of diaper Don are a lot looser than they should be.
Nah.
Oh.
That was good. That was
Okay, you
good.
did think of that one.
That was that was an easy one though. Oh my gosh. Walmart has recalled 10,000 cases of apple juice across the U.S. that were found to have potentially harmful levels of arsenic.
Fun.
I know. The most disturbing part of that sentence is there is a level of arsenic that Walmart is perfectly fine with.
Yes.
Hey, let's all have a beverage.
Yeah. And that level is 10 parts per billion is what it is. So company is Refresco Beverages out of Florida, and they have voluntarily recalled the contaminated juice because kicking and screaming until kids die isn't a good look for your social media. That's
Hey, if I might, we have a new sponsor tonight. This is
oh,
Tassell.
apple juice. You're a big
Yeah.
apple juice guy, aren't you?
Yeah, and the new slogan is "You can really taste the arsenic."
That's right. It's really get some old lace and suck down the arsenic.
Hey, that was a theatrical reference. Nice.
That's right.
I understood
Movie
that.
and musical in play. They promise their juice from now on will be pure enough that you'll never notice your kids are sick.
Ah.
This is my favorite joke of the week, which means it's going to be the worst.
Of course.
AI uses a lot of energy. You know that AI does, but it's being asked to solve climate change. They're putting it as AI. Artificial intelligence has actually come up with the answer to the planet's ills, and it only asks for one thing from us to make it happen: the nuclear codes.
Shaboom.
Oh
That's a
dear.
good one. I like that one.
That was good. That was my favorite one. Coney Island Amusement Park has shut down the 97-year-old legendary Cyclone roller coaster
Oh.
indefinitely for safety reasons. I know, it's a sad day. Park officials say it's so old, they just can't maintain its integrity. So its only use now is if it runs for president. Or be in the Senate. Because we let old people do that. Oh my gosh, in the first 3 months of this year, New York City officials said that half of the bus riders didn't pay. Half of them didn't pay. Some say the buses should be free and others can't afford the fare. Yeah, I'm bankrupt and need to get to my trials, said Rudy Giuliani. He's super broke for making up a bunch of crap. Yeah. Hey, did you see this? The Jersey Babe Ruth wore when he pointed to the stands during the third game of the World Series in 1932 against the Chicago Cubs, and then hit a home run. Just sold at auction for $24 million.
Yeah.
Yep. And the rest of us who can't blithely drop $24 million would like to point a finger at that buyer. That's different. There it is right there.
Whoa, man.
I don't know. That was angry, I guess. Oh my gosh. Did you see this? The Paralympics are going on now. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paralympics are going on now, and one archer is 8 months pregnant. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Yeah. She joked that her water could break on the medal podium if she wins, right? Others aren't laughing. Others aren't laughing as competitors have complained that she has an unfair advantage when that little arm comes out and steadies the bow.
Oh.
Bullseye.
Wow.
Wow. That little arm comes out.
Well,
It went blurry.
She's shooting for 2 these days.
He's shooting for 2. That's right. Oh my gosh, for the first time since 2011, the Burning Man Festival is having trouble selling any tickets. Anybody going to Burning Man? Of course we don't. Hey, you know what? I'm not Kreskin. For those. Chuck, you know who Kreskin is?
Amazing.
Chuck doesn't know who Kreskin is. I'm not Kreskin, but perhaps the festival takes place in the desert. It's over 105 every day, and there's little access to water and food. So maybe seeing a large hay scarecrow that represents man's inhumanity to the narwhal isn't worth death. I don't know if that's anybody else.
Maybe.
Maybe, because I think that's what that's all about. Isn't that about seeing weird stuff? Anybody know what Burning Man is?
You have a vague idea.
Anybody have a punchline for that joke I just told? Anybody?
I don't think there is one.
It went up in smoke.
All right. How about this? The new COVID vaccine is out this month, and experts say there are a few reasons you may want to wait 3 months to get it. 1, you've recently had COVID, and you already have immunity. 2, you're a moron. Right. You can tell how I feel about those things, don't you? Oh my gosh. What do we have? Okay, just a couple left. A U.S. Border Patrol agent has been charged with ordering women to show him their breasts to enter the country when they come back to the border. I know. Shane Millen was charged with deprivation of rights and unreasonable search after he told the women they had to let him inspect their breasts. Millen has a choice: lose his job, prison, or a cabinet position in the Trump administration.
There it is.
There it is. You saw that coming, didn't you? With old brainworm guy. RFK Jr. shopping a position. Oh my gosh. A sexually frustrated dolphin is being blamed for 18 attacks on swimmers.
Whoa.
Sexually frustrated dolphin. Authorities say that the young male is horny and alone, and our swimmers aren't safe until the dolphin releases his.
Whew.
Stay out of the water, kids. Marine biologists are looking now for female dolphins who are willing to take one for the team. Okay.
So dolphin incels is a new thing.
Apparently.
And there's nothing in this cup.
Depends on
Okay,
the
last
time.
one. And thank God for that.
Yay.
A sad story: an endangered Sumatran tiger at the Louisville Zoo was euthanized because its health has been declining. It had signs of liver failure and lymphoma. After putting the creature down, the zoo's cheetah said, "It's just a head cold." Just a head cold.
Brad Tassell, everybody.
Come on.
It's Brad Tassell.
I like this show's gotten very muted these days. I want to request that Alice start putting her mic on these days. Here's her.
Yeah, I miss Alice's
I
laugh.
miss Alice pretending to laugh. She has the best laugh, even when it's fake. Yeah, I don't know what
Maybe
she's.
she'll-
Alice,
maybe
what are
she'll
you doing
unmute
out
me.
there that you can't listen to us anymore, or you can't talk?
Can't do the background noise, she says.
What do you mean? We have a ton of background noise anyway. It's like everybody's talking. Hi, Steve. How are things there in Edinburgh?
Oh, really good. I've been learning a lot of things. This is a very literary town.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I learned that all of Brad Tassell's books have the word hell in them. He's got Hell to Pay and
Hell
Hell Gig And hell no, I don't know nothing about psychology or education or dolphin incels.
Yes.
That's a really popular one.
Dolphin. He was just horny. How's he an incel? Wait, what?
Never mind. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I brought it up. Hey, it's summertime though. That's the main thing. And I'm here in the UK during the summer. Now I understand that back in Nashville, where I'm going to be in a couple days, it's about 110 degrees. Yay! Makes me not really want to come home, but there are a lot of good things about the UK, just not just the weather. So that leads us to tonight's top 10 list. Oh, it's so exciting. Let's do this.
Top 10 reasons to go to the UK in the summer. I do miss the United States, but the UK has some things to offer that we can't find here. So these are the top 10 reasons to go to the UK in the summer. Number 10, when it's 110 degrees in Nashville, it's a much more reasonable 60 degrees in London. Number 9, and they use Celsius over there, so it's more like 16 degrees. Number 8, nothing clears your sinuses quite like an entire nation of people driving on the wrong side of the road. All of them, not just some of them, all of them. Number 7, in Belfast, Northern Ireland, they're super proud to have built the Titanic, and they don't catch the sarcasm when you tell them how much their engineering influence has sunk in. Go over there and try it. It's fun. There's bubbles. Number 6, and the Titanic Museum has a cafe. Don't get the salad. It's all iceberg. Oh, that's mean. Top 10 reasons to go to the UK in the summer. Number 5, in Scotland, you can buy up haggis and sell it on the American hog slop market. That's true. Number 4, people who are used to bagpipes aren't nearly as put off by the comparatively quiet and much more manageable accordion. Number 3, you'll probably miss the next presidential debate. What more reason do you need? Number 2, they're 6 hours farther into the future, so they know what's gonna happen. And the number 1 reason to go to the UK in the summer, King Charles has funny ears.
All true. Okay, Steve, before we, you can bring Patty on if you want, but before we do that, we need the recap for the entire Fringe. And
it is way too much to tell. I can't possibly remember it all. A lot happened here. It was a lot. If you want to know what happens at the Fringe, come here next year. I don't know what to say. If you ask me a question that's a little bit less open-ended, I will try to answer it. But just to start from the beginning, I use too much.
How did tickets end up? Good.
The whole Fringe down, according to everybody I've asked.
Okay.
Everybody struggled with that.
And I don't
think I broke even this year. I haven't done the math yet. Probably down by about the cost of housing.
Well, that doesn't count. Yeah, just so $250,000
down by $250,000 this year. Yeah, man, that'd be a lot of tickets.
Yeah, that's a lot of tickets, especially in a room where you only charge 20 and they take half.
Ask anybody. It's really hard to collect $250,000 worth of tickets in 1 month.
That's true. Not even the Billy Joel show did that. Not even Banjo Guy did that, and he had another sold out run every ticket.
He did. I could not even go to his show. There was no room for me.
I know. And it's the same show he's been doing for 20 years. So what's the monthly like the dues at your apartment?
Monthly dues? You mean like
HOA? You got to pay monthly to have them fix everything around you, don't you?
The HOA.
Well, we don't have an HOA. They do it differently here. As expenses come up, the members, the people who have a flat in this particular part of the building, get together and figure it out.
They fight over it.
That hasn't happened. I've only been here a month. Nothing's broken yet.
Nothing. So, yeah.
I have a question. So now that you own property there, and even if you were visiting there, if you got
Patty,
sick,
stop talking for a second. Hold on, I'm going to bring you up.
I got her.
Okay.
Okay, go.
If you were injured or got sick, would you also just be able to go to a hospital or a doctor's office and get care?
I think anybody can actually, but
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I mean, you could go, but they might charge you.
You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to get hit by a bus and find out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Try not to get hit by
Life goals.
Well, yeah, because are you paying taxes there now of some sort?
I would think the property.
Well, the property tax bill arrived a week after I got here. It's like, welcome to the neighborhood. How about £1,200 for us?
Okay, that's pretty cheap though. That's not too bad.
And it includes water and sewage, so it's not that bad.
Wow,
and it was for the day, so that was weird.
And it also counted for 25 tickets to his show. So okay, well, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Hi, Patty. How you doing?
Hi, Patty.
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, fantastic. Things are going well. I hope you're
excellent.
Good. Steve will be home in a couple days.
Yeah.
Will he though? Will he?
I can recover my car that's parked in Brad's driveway.
Hey,
Wait, no, that's not right.
You know what? This year your car didn't get stolen, but your bike did. So
yeah, I know. It's always some form of transportation has to get nicked from me.
Put wheels on that accordion next year, and that sucker will get stolen. So, all right. Well, let's do the Patty thing.
What will be stolen next year?
Yes.
No, that's mean.
Right. Okay, here we go.
It's time for a Patty Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patty Melt.
In her cool sweatshirt.
My new T-shirt, A Little Hope.
Oh.
I also have an Ope shirt for Governor Walz. You know what's funny is that it's weird to feel confident. I never wore any Obama gear. I never obviously wore any Biden gear. I had no Hillary gear, but there's something different this year, I guess. But I think that like MAGA set the baseline for that. But at any rate, so most of you know I was at the convention. Well, my hair's a mess. I'm so sorry. I didn't prepare for you guys. Oh my goodness. It's like
where's the pigtails?
I know, it's like inviting people over and not having the house cleared. Can I just do that? And I have a lot of hair. Anyway, so it's been a little hectic. I spoke to you guys last week. I checked in from the convention. I was not in the room for the Obamas, which, you know, someone should tell him it's a black job he's looking for. All the do something and all the great things the Obamas did. It was fun. But I was in the room for Governor Walz, and I did not see what was happening on social media when his beautiful son, Gus, was expressing his emotion, his love, his excitement for his dad. That's my dad, right? I didn't see that because I was in the press box and I was running down to our booth, and I didn't see it till the next morning. So I actually learned in the exact same moment that a radio host in Milwaukee called Gus Walz a blubbering bitch.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, this was happening. They were calling him all the words, Brad. They were calling Gus all the words, you know, insinuating that he was retarded. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I am so tired of people saying, what do you mean by the R word? Saying that somebody who is, and by the way, it doesn't matter what Gus is dealing with or what his situation is. Like, he was expressing love. You know what? I ugly cry all last week. I ugly cry a lot. I ugly cry watching Newhart because my son Griffin's like, you know, Bob Newhart died. I never watched any of his stuff. Can you watch the Newhart show? Yeah, I will ugly cry watching the Newhart show because Bob Newhart died. Also, that was when sitcoms had a heart. Okay, yeah. I'm just saying. Cry. So whatever Gus was feeling that night, but then we find out. So in the same moment that I found a radio host in Milwaukee called him a blubbering bitch, I also found out that Gus Walz has a learning disability. He's neurodivergent, has a nonverbal learning disability. And here's what I thought right away. Oh my God, we are about to elect possibly somebody who gets what it's like to raise a child like Declan. Like somebody who gets how challenging it is, how we don't put the resources there, who's been in the military, who knows that we should take care of the folks who've served our country and have to care for a family member who needs a little extra help. So here's the thing. You know what that made me do? Everyone got mad or, you know, was online or also like was piling on with the hatred. You know what I did? I went with Michelle Obama's guidance, you do something. And I went door knocking yesterday in Kenosha, Wisconsin in
Wow.
95-degree weather. And everyone who wants to troll me and be like, oh, why do you like her? Because she's a woman or she's a commie. You know what? When you show up, when you have volunteers on every porch, you can talk to me. You can tell me like we're all commies or we're thick or stupid or we don't love this country. You know what? We love this country enough to show up for each other and go, hey, just so you know, here's where we are in case you want to like talk to somebody about your voting plan or you're registered in Wisconsin, you've been kicked off the voting rolls. We'll talk to you. And you know how many campaign offices Trump has in Wisconsin? 0. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. And when I came back from Wisconsin, I was in a bathroom at the Broad Stop because that's what you do when you go door knocking in Wisconsin. You go to the Broad Stop. You don't go anywhere else. I mean, you sell the Broad Stop and then you go to the Mars Cheese Castle.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cheese Castle. You can't not go to the Cheese Castle.
It's fantastic. So here's what I heard in the bathroom yesterday. On her way out, I was washing my hands, and this girl behind me, she's about 9 or 10 years old. There was a one of those dispensers. It had oh my god, it had condoms and tampons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Condoms and tampons, and I love that this little girl said, "Do we have to pay for tampons?"
Oh my gosh, how old?
About 10 years old.
Oh my god.
And I was like, and here's the thing: whoever I don't know if it was her mom. Her mom said, "Yeah, it was 50 cents." And she goes, "What if you don't have enough money to pay for it?" And you know what the woman said, her mom or aunt or whoever she was? She said, "Well, I guess you have to save up for your tampons."
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. I never had a piggy bank for when you're bleeding, when you're leaking, when you want to shove something up your pipe, you better save up for that. I'm just saying. And this is why we have to. I'm sorry. I'll be door knocking every single weekend in Wisconsin because I'm going to shove it up their pipes. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay. I remember. Oops,
that
happened again.
Happened again. I'll add her, and you add you.
Oops,
and
now we just good. Got rid of Brad. Good. That's what I was trying to do.
Just add yourself. Okay, there you go.
I did. Now I'm trying to add Brad.
Look at us, tech geniuses.
Oh yeah,
tech geniuses.
I do remember very clearly at my bar mitzvah that I got several savings bonds and a tree in Israel and a whole bunch of tampon money.
That was true.
Right? Yeah, you gotta put that. Yeah, put that money.
You know what
put
though?
That
you know
sweet
what?
tampon money away.
If Trump wins,
you wait.
You don't have to worry. You might have to pay tampons, but JD Vance will tell you when you're going to have your period, so you'll know when. Because he'll be checking on you. You know
what's funny? So I don't think we've ever talked about this, and I don't have a bit about this. But when I was trying to get pregnant, and even since then, there are apps where you can calculate when you're ovulating and track your period, and they're telling girls and women to delete all those apps.
Yeah.
So that
they're
it's
going to
not.
Start. Yeah. No, a lot of those apps are keeping that, and they want it.
Yep.
That side of the government wants that app to tell the government who's on them. I know it's so scary.
Sadly, my cycle was on the full moon, so I would have been easy to find anyway.
I think we just need to give AI the nuclear codes, and then we'll be fine.
I mean, it's all good. It's all going smoothly.
I like the shirt. You're right. I'm not buying the merch, but that picture. That picture a little haunting though. That's not.
It's whatever.
That is not. That is a Halloween type picture.
I like it. What are you talking about?
It's fine.
Okay. Well, thank you, Patty.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So let's switch her with Lauren. Thank you.
Good idea.
I'll add.
Thank you.
Subtract.
I'll subtract.
You
All
subtract.
right.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
Bye.
Hi. I'm inspired by Patty. I'm doing something too. But I loved how the Obamas stopped going high when they go low.
They've gone a little low. Yeah, they went a little low this time.
You know what? You got it. And same thing. I have a neurodivergent son. It was more OCD and ADHD stuff, but he cried. And when people were saying, "Oh, I shouldn't have teased him because he's got developmental problems," no, you don't tease boys for crying. There's nothing wrong with a man who cries. I love a man who cries. And crying is awesome. And
thank you.
I cry all the time. I cry at cat food commercials, and I don't even like cats. So, all right. Anyway,
You're not an old cat lady.
I'm not a cat lady. I'm actually allergic to cats.
All right.
Anyway, so my doing thing is writing songs making fun of all those folks.
Yeah, let's do your intro, and then you do a song, and then I got to answer it somehow, and I have no idea what I'm going to do, and then you'll do another song. Here we go! Yay!
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest.
Thank you. So, speaking of Tim Walsh, who I think is completely awesome, he had I've got a chair sticking. Just get rid of this. There. I don't have a chair in my frame. No, that's better. He had just some of the best lines. One of my favorite is his telling Republicans who have this, and it is weird, and that is the proper use of it, weird fixation, not only with controlling women's reproductive choices, but how they get pregnant, how people have sex. And I thought, as a mom and a songwriter, it's time for a little musical education. So here we go. They say children learn better when you set their lessons to tunes. So I hope this one clears things up for all those interfering right-wing goons. Sex can be fun, sex can be romantic, leisurely done, or rushed and kind of frantic, boring or hot, but one thing that it's not is anybody else's business but the people doing it. Sex can be breezy or meant for procreation, athletic or easy, or a professional vocation, adventurous or quaint, but one thing that it ain't is anybody else's business but the people doing it. Some folks are too concerned with other people's sex lives, and so they try to vex lives with rude, intrusive laws. Let's not give their attempts to regulate us any headroom. They should stay out of my bedroom, or any place else I might feel like doing it. Sex can be fast-paced, with lots of cuddling after. Usually in my case, it involves a lot of laughter. In a group or all alone, in person or on the phone. But no one gets to legislate how other people copulate, because whatever consenting adults want to do in the privacy of their bedrooms or kitchens or cars or whatever, including whether or not they use birth control and women's reproductive choices, is up to them. So mind your own damn business.
Yay!
That's my thumb. Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Well, tonight's topic is sex. Let's see. Let me thumb through my catalog. Do you have any songs about this? Here's a little bluegrass number I used to do with Andy Corwin, who's going to be on the show again, hopefully pretty soon.
Nice.
When I was a young man sitting on my mama's knee, I told her that when I grew up a bluegrass picker, I would be. To this day, I still recall the words of my dear mother. She said, "Son, you can't do both. You got to pick one or the other." Meaning bluegrass. So give me sex and drugs and Bill Monroe. Bluegrass music gets me high like nothing else I know. I don't play Nashville country. I don't play no rock and roll. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool hardcore bluegrass hole. Let's go on to the next thing. Lauren, give us another song. That was
all right. You know what? I think, let me just pull up see if I can find my lyrics for this one. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do this. This is
notice, Lauren. Lauren,
what?
when you get far away from your mic, you don't get any quieter. I don't think that microphone's doing jack.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, it looks good.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's see. Let me pull this up. That was way too fast, Steve, so I didn't get.
I hear that a lot, Lauren. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But you know, it's not how long you last, it's how great the song was. So, or something to that effect. All right, you know what? I'm going to go back to my very first reproductive choice song, just because that is such a huge deal right now. So I'll just do this one. Well, there. Can you hear that a little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
These days, women's rights are well established, or so we presume. Still work to do, but things were looking nifty. But these days, right-wing politicians seem to be consumed with making us go back to 1950. Oh, they rob us of our choices, birth control restrictions pour on. It's time to raise our voices so we can tell each moron. Your war on women is infuriating. You only value us if we're just staying. So tell all those misogynists from Maine to North Carolina, I didn't come from your rib, you came from my vagina. Now apparently God tells some politicians that they ought to deny science, women's rights, and evolution. But we're not a Christian country, just in case those schmoes forgot. And the Bible does not trump the Constitution. And don't put us through contortions to get that rare exception. Plus, if you want fewer abortions, why block access to contraception? Hello, your war on women's real and rest my motor. Keep up this crap, you'll lose each female voter. So quit claiming to respect us while you shame and blame into us. I didn't come from your rib, everybody, but you came from my uterus. Now to cut off women's health care, red state governments have raced as if to TV preachers they've apprenticed. Well, but Planned Parenthood clinics you cut down cannot be replaced with optometrists, a food bank, or a dentist, which they've done. And don't push abstinence only. Those programs are all failing. They didn't really work out so great for Bristol Palin, just saying. Academia and misogyny, treating us like we're just vehicles or progeny. Of women's rights, the GOP would be an underminer. I didn't come from your rib, you came from my vagina. And we're sick of your misogynist one-liners. We didn't come from your ribs, you came from our vaginas. Please finish. I didn't come from your rib, you came from my vagina. Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Man, we always learn something on this show.
Educational.
That's
And
right.
I almost have it ready. I wasn't ready to do it today. I'm in the middle of writing a song about Gus's dad. Because one thing, I don't know, Patty, if you saw any of this, I mean, there were some ugly, ugly comments, but instead of getting ugly about the ugly people, a lot of people are just posting these memes saying, drop a blue heart if you're voting for Gus's dad. I believe in Gus's dad. I'm sure there are going to be some Gus's dad t-shirts. And as of Friday, there will be a Gus's dad song.
And I really like the ones where they put Gus's picture next to Kyle Rittenhouse blubbering on the stand because he killed 2 people and people are being mean to him about it.
Yep, exactly. Oh. Or the ones that compare him to Barron Trump. I mean, I don't want to pick on an 18-year-old, but just stop. He loves his dad. He's proud of him. It's anyway. Blech. But I love, so anyway, mine is all going to be positive about Gus's dad because he's so funny.
That's great. Thank you.
So check me out on YouTube, youtube.com. It's just either my name or you can look up my channel, which is Psycho Supermom.
Oh, great.
And I have a video that topped 100,000 a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I will message you about the 16th of
Yeah, I get to see Brad in person. I'm not gonna know what you guys look. You're gonna have to come with a box around your head. So.
And by the way, thank you for letting us preview your Halloween costume. You're going as Carol Brady. It's beautiful.
Is that what you think? I was gonna go. Yeah, okay. I'll
It is. Well, I need more height up here to have the real.
Still, no, but the whole vibe, man. The earrings, the pastels. It's just nice.
She has the Westonality.
Yeah.
Personality. Well, yeah. I guess now that I'm blonde, I have to start channeling Carol Brady.
Why not? Because between Brad and me, we got like 16 or 17 Westonalities.
Oh. Great. Well, thank you guys for having me on. This is really
Thanks, Lord Mayor.
I'll add, you subtract.
Done.
So it's David Vox Mullen, everybody. Let's have fun. And
Hey,
you know
everybody.
what? Sometimes on this show we do this. David believes just the opposite of everything we've said so far. So it's fantastic.
That is untrue. That is untrue. I just believe some of it.
Okay, well, that's good. That's fine. So, but you're here to do stand up anyway, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
I am. And I first, I just like to thank everybody on behalf of Conservatives for America to be a part of this show. I had no idea what I was signing up for, but
you should have watched the show ahead of time.
Oh, maybe I did know. Maybe I did.
Pete Buttigieg is on Fox and Friends all the time. You can be on this show.
That's true. You can be on.
And in fairness to my own sanity, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I was actually a libertarian for 20 years, and then I left the party when RFK left the Democrats, and then he left me. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Wow.
He definitely left you, didn't he? He left he left sanity.
I'm not crying. I'll deal with. I've just got a lot to work out. That's all.
But we don't worry about any of that. We just worry about jokes. So
that's right. That's right.
So Steve, tell them the rules.
We're going to do a little 10, 15-second intro for you. Then you give us 10 minutes of jokes, and then we'll tell you how awesome you were. Sound good?
I love it.
Go.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
It's David Vox Mullen. I said his name correctly.
Well, I'm really excited to be a part of this show because, it's been a long time since I've been able to do comedy while sitting on my couch. So this is really exciting. Normally I do travel around the country. I am a national touring comic, and I did just get back from Los Angeles, which is always fun to go out there, being from Chicago, to go see the other coast, and we got to do some of the touristy stuff. They took me around to we were in Burbank. They took me to the Warner Brothers lot. I'm a big superhero nerd. I love Batman and Superman, so of course they showed me where they film all my favorite superhero stuff. But after a while, I wasn't super impressed. I am from Chicago, right? So we shoot Chicago Fire here. We shoot Chicago Med here. And now that it's pretty warm, we're shooting each other. That's what we do here. That joke got a bigger laugh here than in Chicago, but that's fine. I wonder why. But it's neat. I get to do lots of neat experiences and see all different parts of the country and meet all different interesting sorts of people. I do like to talk about the political stuff, as Brad pointed out. I love politics because I'm kind of a weird nut guy myself, a contrarian, so to speak. I don't go along with anybody's politics. I just kind of carve my own path, and every person I've ever voted for has never become president. So that's pretty much my track record. I'm assuming from this group there's a lot of conservatives in here, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What I thought. I did ask that. I did ask that at a comedy club in Los Angeles. Some lady in the audience literally screamed, "No!" I was like, okay, I'm just teasing. I kind of know where I'm at. It's fine. So for everybody here who was clearly big supporters, I would just like to say, hello, folks. How are you? So great to see you, folks. That's right, I'm back. I know you wanted me. You wanted me back. You wanted me back so bad. Excuse me. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, here we go again.
Yeah.
It's so good. We're gonna make you pay for tampons. That's what we're gonna do. So much tampon money. Can you believe it? How much tampon money can you say? People are talking about the tampon. Listen, I want you all to know this. I made a ton of money doing that when he was president. I made a killing when he was president. When he did not get reelected, I was like, oh. All of my liberal comedian friends started messaging me going, what are you going to do now, pal? Smart, funny guy. Because then I was, what was I going to do? Joe Biden impressions? He was fine. He was fine. He was just, well, he was lost, really. I mean, I would get up on stage and listen, folks, come on. I remember growing up in Scranton. Me and Pop, we used to go to the park and do something mildly racist. Come on. You're laughing because you know it's real. Obama was fun to do impressions of when he was president. He was like America's dad, wasn't he? He was like when you get in trouble, he'd be like, all right, I told you to clean your room. Well, you didn't do it. Now you can't play with your iPod. iPods were popular when Obama was president. That's how that goes. Of course, who'd we have before Obama? We remember. Good old W. That's right. It's me, folks. George, doing all the hits. Like, Is Our Children Learning? And my personal best, Nuclear. I'm a Gen Xer. And when I was in high school before W, we had, well, how you doing? I want you to know you are paying high, high taxes. And I want you to know I've got just the thing. My junk. That's right. And my junk can do so much for freedom. These jokes were a lot funnier before the convention. Just want you to know that.
That's true.
My act was killing before the convention. Oh my God. I did a show up in Milwaukee right during the Republican National Convention. And that was just an experience. That's all I could say. I'm sorry, my arm is a little itchy. I just got a new tattoo.
What is it?
Interested. It's a Star Wars tattoo. It's a lightsaber to go with my Lord of the Rings tattoo.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And it's special to me because I really want the world to know that I don't ever want to have sex again. And that's
right.
that's pretty much, my life. This is neat doing this via Zoom. I haven't done this since the pandemic. So I feel like in most of my career, I'm going backwards. This is great. But no, during the pandemic, I did what a lot of people did. I did the ancestry DNA thing. Did anybody else in here do the ancestry DNA thing?
23andMe.
23andMe. Okay. Did you learn anything interesting that you didn't know about your family heritage or anything like that?
Nope, we're boring.
That's fair. I'm white, so it's the same thing.
Yep.
I was curious how many people in this group didn't do any of that because like that's a government conspiracy that wants to steal your DNA information and catalog it for future use.
No.
I don't know why I did that voice for that guy, but it feels like that's the right voice for that guy. But I learned some not so interesting stuff and some interesting stuff. The not so interesting, I learned I'm like 70-something% Irish, which is no shock to any of you with eyeballs. And then obviously I found out I was 2% Jewish, which as a stand-up comedian makes me 2% funnier right off the bat. And then surprisingly, I found out I was 18% African American. Yes, I am part black. So folks, you know what that means. It means I have an excellent singing voice. I don't know what you guys were thinking, but
I don't know.
What else did I do during the pandemic? Oh, I found out that this is so. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. This is weird, but I found out after I turned 40 in 2020 in December, I found out I was diagnosed with diabetes. I had type 2 diabetes. For those of you who don't know what type 2 diabetes is, type 2 means it's my fault. I am addicted to sugar. I have to admit it. I love, and it's not my fault, really. I do feel like there's a government conspiracy, right? You can't, you can't have like meth and crack. That makes you skinny. That's illegal. No, but the sugar is totally free and you can have it. And as your kids, you're growing up, going down the candy aisle and the cereal aisle. Oh, I have all the sugar stuff. It's addicting. I can't help it. But I did the work, and as Brad briefly mentioned earlier, I have lost weight. I've actually lost over 210 pounds today. So,
wow.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. You can Google me, David Vox Mullen, and you can see how fat I used to be. But again, my fault. But I am proud to be this way now. And I'm learning a lot about the disease, though. I am learning that certain alcohol affects my blood sugar differently than other things. Like beer obviously will shoot my blood sugar up because it's got a lot of carbohydrates in it, and so obviously I've got to stay away from that. Red wine will actually kind of keep my blood sugar level. I have to stay away from the white wine. But this is my most interesting thing that I learned. Whiskey and bourbon lowers your blood sugar. So I don't know if you're aware of that. Something about the sugar alcohols in the whiskey or the bourbon, it lowers your blood sugar. The interesting thing, though, is when your blood sugar gets too low, it mirrors intoxication. At least that's what I tried to tell the officer last night. But yeah. So, but that's me. That's my life. I enjoy living and doing things like that, and I do what I can. One other thing that people know me about is my love for pro wrestling. We have any pro wrestling fans in the group tonight?
Anybody?
It's okay. It's okay. But you know who they are, right? I mean, you've heard of Stone Cold Steve Austin, or we've all heard of Hulk Hogan, obviously. He had a tremendous showing at the Republican National Convention. I was wondering when Obama was going to rip his shirt off at the DNC, but it was good. But I love wrestling. But my favorite thing about wrestling, it encompasses all forms of entertainment, pyrotechnics, acting, drama, comedy, just choreography, obviously. And the music. The music is my favorite part of pro wrestling. My favorite thing is when a famous wrestler comes out and their music kicks off, and all of a sudden, everybody freaks out because they know someone's coming. The Undertaker's music bongs, or Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and the music comes out. Why can't we have that in real life? You know how helpful it would have been for me when I was dating. I'm married now, but when I was dating, how helpful it would have been if, when I was out late at the bar with my friends and maybe doing something I shouldn't have been, and all of a sudden the music just kicks in. Here's my cherry pie. All of a sudden, it's my ex. Where is he? I'm sorry, I had a Twinkie before I apologize. I'm David Vox Mullen, and that's my 10 minutes. Thank you for watching.
Wow.
Yay. Oh, Steve, where are you? Steve, come on in. David Vox Mullen. I didn't know you did impressions. Those are you really sounded like all those people. That was really
that is the goal. I definitely don't look like.
And you really did Trump on the road? And I mean,
I apologize. I have a wig, but I'm sitting. I couldn't reach it, but I made a lot of money. I'm not kidding. I made the most money from Republicans, which was the most fun part of the whole thing. It's kind of
wow, that's really wild, because we had y'all remember when we had Alex, what's his last name, who came in. He did a thing during the pandemic where he had a cartoon of Trump that he would talk through. Y'all remember when Trump came into the show? And anybody remember that?
I do. Yep.
Yeah, I got booked doing Trump voiceovers for cartoons. I did Trump stuff for parody children's books and
wow. Well, I'm glad you're controlling the diabetes too, and of course, and you can thank Joe for $35 insulin.
I'm not old enough to get that yet.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No. So, but I appreciate the idea. If I can stay alive a few more years, maybe I can.
You're not Gen X. You're under 40. You're not Gen X.
I love you, Brad. I was born in 77.
Oh, okay.
I'm 46.
I thought you said you were almost turned 40. 46. Okay.
No, when I turned 40 is when I found out I was diabetic.
Oh, so it's been 7 years.
We can continue to deconstruct my comedy all show. That's totally fine.
Yeah, you're old. Okay, I've got it.
I feel it.
And Steve, we can see you. What's going on? Why are you brighter? I don't know. So okay. So where are you working? Where can people see you?
Well, actually, this weekend I'll be local in Lisle, Illinois. We're going to do Rated R Improv, which is a naughty improv show. And then Saturday I'll be up in Milwaukee doing stand-up for the Corrupted Comedy Hookahs and Ha-Has at Casablanca on Brady.
Wow.
And then the following weekend I'll be out in Seattle at the Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, very famous club that just got a bunch of controversial stuff. So hopefully people will come see me before they cancel the show. Yeah. And just all over. You can see
you're on
me
the TikTok.
I'm on the TikToks, the Instagrams, the tweets, the whatever it's called. I'm
David Vox Mullen. You're just you.
That is me. Just me.
Right. Well, thank you so much, man. Beautiful job, David. Everybody, let's hear. Yay!
Good job, Dave.
Yay!
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Steve, you're going to do a thing.
Yeah, I got a thing. It's weird. I'd like to present a song I've been writing during this show.
Oh, wow. I love that.
I was paying attention, but
do you have the thing ready?
First I have to do the thing, which I thought was ready, and now apparently it's giving me trouble. Okay, here we go with the thing.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Listening to David do stand-up is one of my favorite stand-ups, and probably one of yours who's been gone for a little while. And a song that I've played many times, parodying it one way, let's parody it another way. Let's see how this does. Plus I'm playing it on the ukulele, which I don't do. You know what? I don't have a opening part. Let's just skip to the verse. Okay.
Here come my son, he played football.
What can go wrong? Okay. I miss Carlin. I miss the 7 words you can't say on TV. I miss Carlin. It seems like 16 years since you were here, because you died in 2008 and the math works out. We're all so dumb, man, we need you. We're all so dumb, and a third of us say, that vaccine will track you, don't be a sheep. That's it.
Yay. You know what annoys me?
What?
The fact that you can pick up a ukulele and play any song in 10 seconds. Or a guitar, or a piano. Just
It annoys my neighbors too. I actually took a nap here in my flat here in Edinburgh at 4 p.m. about a week ago, and literal tap dancing was happening above me. I have not lived in an apartment in a long time.
That is fantastic. Well, well, at least you got artistic people in your flat.
And at least they do it at 4 p.m. when they think nobody's there.
It's not at 4 a.m., which now, with the people below you now going, what the hell's going on above us? Is there a show or some crap? So, because I remember last year during Sting, we'd be like, hey, let's do this song. And you'd play it within a minute and a half. And I'm like, I can't even sing it. And you're playing the stupid song on a guitar. So,
well, your inability to sing doesn't mean I can play.
Well, that's not true because you can't play. So, okay, let's do the thing.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to beg for money to help me recover my bicycle. So let's see how you do it.
Steve.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
Okay, let's be honest. Steve is out 250,000 pounds and a bike. And every year he has something stolen. David, last year we were at the Edinburgh Festival and somebody stole his car. So, Steve, whatever happened to that girl? She okay?
We don't know. We lost touch with her, but thanks for asking.
Oh, I thought you guys were trying to help her out. Anyway, so go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the comedians, not because of the show, but because we're struggling right now. Steve's got a big apartment to pay for. David's got to buy. He doesn't get the cheap insulin, so you gotta send us the cash so he can get that. Are you using the insulin or are you just on diet?
So I'm actually type 1.5. So yeah. I do take some shots, but I'm on a lot of the pill stuff too, Jardiance and all the other stuff.
Somebody else today on the news said they're not type 2, they're 1.5. Isn't that funny? So anyway,
it's a very rare. It's an autoimmune disease, so it's a different kind of. Yeah.
Well, take care of yourself. And also go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we'll get somebody to do Patty's hair. That'll be nice.
Put those, never make fun of a woman's hair. Never.
Oh, come on. She did it first.
She can.
And
you made fun of my hair.
Where's your hair? Your hair was good. Anyway, go to virtualcomedy.com.
That's a bad mullet.
It looks well. My hair's actually. I think my hair did pretty good. I think my hair's in pretty good shape.
And you leave David Bach's mullet out of this.
Oh God. Oh man, and it's 3 a.m. there. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, and we're going to get a dolphin laid and save a lot of swimmers. That's what's going to happen. So, okay, good enough. Let's get the hell out of here. It's already
worst joke of the week.
Worst
joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Here it is, worse than the dolphin joke. The Gallagher brothers, who made up the band Oasis, do you know them? Are in talks of a reunion after they have fought for decades on and off stage. Noel and Liam Gallagher did an 11-second video hinting about a date they will announce a return to the concert stage. They only have one pending argument to iron out before they begin. Who brings the watermelon and who brings the sledge-o-matic?
That's a deep cut.
We'll have to book them. That'd be fantastic.
Yes. Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like back to sleep, now Steve must go. And he's talking like Yoda because he's in Scotland. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We appreciate your support of the virtual comedy show. With our budget of nada, nothing zero, we're a little less fancy than HBO. Still, every